Hi, my name is Tony Shahidi from IPM, and this is going to be the last session for this cylinder port. We're going to do a rough and finish operation. Try to get it done in this session under 10 minutes. So let's get started. I'm sorry about the angle of my monitor in a video camera, but that's the only way that I don't have any special equipment. I'm using my iPhone. So that's the only way that I could sit in front of a computer and get the monitor to display everything you need to see. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna go Alt Z for checking out the levels. So right now, as you can see here, again one more time, we have, turn something off here. Okay. So right now, the only thing you see here is actually the body, all surfaces that creates that cylinder port. And as we looked at it last time, if I do a little rotation here, you're gonna see that giant bump right inside of there. And if you look at it from bottom, and then you can see right there is a dent. That makes it a little more complicated, but we're gonna machine it. Already splines are done, as you see in the level right here. You already seen that, but one more time, you know. So basically, if I rotate a little bit, top, flange, curve, and surface and a vector. Bottom flange, curve, surface, and a vector, 800,000 long. And then we create a spline blended, blends to the upper curve and lower vector and a surface at the same time. So now we're going to go back to the surfaces. I'm going to show you how we machine this part. Okay, so we don't need a level right now. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, so let's shrink it down a little bit. And you can always use, if I have a space mouse, but when I didn't have a space mouse, every time I had to do rotation, and usually the regular mouse is click click, you know, doesn't have a smooth rotation. So what I do usually, I usually go Alt and up and down for smooth transitions, or left and right that we can control. Because if I use a mouse, see, it's jumping. I mean, it's sometimes okay, but it's all, when you want to do small, very precise rotations and stuff like that, just use the Alt and up and down arrow, or right and left arrow. So in this situation right now, we're just going to adjust it to how we're going to machine it. And then you can use a little mouse right here too. And then I'm going to hit the isometrical view. See, it is, page it down. Okay, so now we're going to start right now. As I mentioned, this program is already done. And I'm just going to go through it with you and tell you what exactly we've done so far. There's going to be only two operations here: rough the port, and finish the port. And the only difference between a rough the port and a finish the port, since we're going to copy the rough port down and rename it for finish, only thing we have to do, just take the rough amount from walls. Like if you leave 30,000s, 20,000s, whatever it is, then you go remove that, make it 0, makes the finish. That's the only thing. You're not doing anything else. So let's start with the roughing. We're going to be roughing from both sides, from here all the way down the middle, and also from an end part comes this way. It's a 5-axis machine. You can rotate anywhere you want, as long as your fixture is good and clears the both ends. So, and when you're using both sides, Mastercam will give you overlap automatically for you for smooth transition. And as long as you don't use the two different tools, then one tool, if you use it both sides, your surface is going to be very smooth. You won't see any deviation at all. Okay, so on a rough parameter, so we have a toolpath type. We're going to use, Mastercam has many options. Classic was the oldest one we used for many years, but right now you're gonna use a custom app and you're gonna use a Port Expert, right? And then for the tool, you're gonna use a lollipop, already created it. If I open it up, you're gonna see it. And then cut pattern, we don't have any solids here, so everything surfaces. So all you have to do for part definition, you go to this right arrow and you click on that, and then you can go, what I usually use, I use QM colors, you know. So as long as you have QM colors, then you basically, all you have to do is just go QM colors and then choose your color, what it is, and then it picks it up all for you. And in this situation, it's a little bit different, and the reason why I'm saying that is, I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so if I go clear colors, I want to close this done. Okay, so if I move this around, so all the surfaces that we need right now is already have blue outlines. When you shade them, you're not gonna be able to see it, you know. But right now it's not shaded, so when you want to choose this machining surface, when you hit that, you pick up the arrow. So you go to QM colors, right? And once that's like a quick mask, and then you choose the color blue, and Mastercam automatically picks up all the surfaces for you automatically. So in this situation, we already have it. The only thing is different here, we added a 30 thousandths offset rough for finish tool. And then for your spline, you just click on this, okay? And I don't want to do it right now, but you go chain. When you go to chain, you go single chain. And then what you do, close this. And all you have to do, you go pick up the spline. So the spline is not showing right now, but you go right here. There's your spline. When you're picking up the spline, make sure you don't pick up the vectors. If you use an automatic, then what Mastercam does, it's going to add the both vectors to your spline, and it's going to waste a lot of time because it's going to do helix all the way from up, all the way down. So the idea is, when you're doing a chain, just call it single, and then just only pick up that spline right now that I'm highlighting, right there. Just single and click right here, and it picks up the whole spline for you. And by doing that, you already created that. I'm going to open it back up again. So by creating a spline, you hit the arrow and you choose that spline one more time. You already done it. And then for pattern, it's a rough and finish. You pick up a rough right now. You got to rough it first. And then here, the output type, that's very important. Both side, top, you can see this is top. And then if you go bottom, it's a bottom. And in this situation, we're going to pick up both. We're going to do it from both sides. That's the best way you can do it. And as Mastercam going to do it, it's going to overlap. When it comes from top and the bottom, overlaps a little bit, so it looks smooth. And machine to midpoint, there's many ways to do it. You know, max from top, max from bottom, but midpoint is the best one because as you see that little overlap right there, Mastercam does that for you automatically. It gets all smooth. So you come from this way once, and you come back from this way once, and you rough it all out. As long as your fixture clears everything. And then depth cut, at this time it's going to be doing helix. It's going to be doing helix going all the way down. We pick up a 50 thousandths. Step over 50 thousandths here, and then 2 thousandths cut tolerance for rough is good. Tool axis control, everything's set already. We got a TR attachments here, like TR 210 or any other TRs. TR stands for it's for like table, and for rotations in 5 axis. So it's done. Maximum angles 3 is good for this situation. This is very important what I'm going here right now. You want to pay attention to the next one right here. So, if I open up the help, you're gonna be seeing something here, I'm gonna show you right now. That's very important for you to understand this. So, there's your lollipop tool, right there, lollipop tool, and there's your holder. There's a tapered angle, there's a straight angle, and then there's a holder tip. So, recall, they all have names for each other. So, what we wanna do, we need to add like 20 thousandths to every one of this, from a tip to top of that curve is one, and then from a flat all the way to bottom of the holders another one, and then holder tips another one. So what we want to do, we want to create a shield, 20 thousandths. That way, if your tool is going to violate the program or the machine surfaces, it will alarm out and it stops. It will save you a day. So if I close this again, as you can see, holder clearance 20 thousandths, arbor clearance 20 thousandths, and shaft clearance 20 thousandths. And then you go check against machine surfaces. You need to check that all the time. Linking pattern, you can't do much. Already said inch 950. So it's gonna start from this slip, inch 950 thousandths above, and it's gonna wrap it down. And it's gonna do helix cuts and little overlap, and then does the same thing in here, inch 950 thousandths away from this surface, and it jumps down like 100 thousandths above and starts doing a helix over here. Okay? So this is a rough one, and I think you have to come back for finish later. So it only can be 10 minutes right now here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shade it, and I'm going to do the tool paths on it. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down, and hit the start. As you can see right there, I'm going to turn off the, there it goes. And if I turn off the shading, you're going to see how exactly what's going on. So we're going to speed up a little bit. It's going to go all the way down, past the halfway by amount of Mastercam puts in there for you. This 5-axis, that's why he's doing that. Now he's doing the other end, roughing the other end. And then if I turn the shake back on, see there, and let's look at the overlap. There's overlap right there. So the roughing is done. And we're gonna close this video. We're gonna have to upload that. I'm gonna come back session 3 to do the finished port toolpath. Thank you very much again. This is Tony Shahidi from IPM Intricate Programming and Manufacturing, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.